Sei is promising. They have parallelized EVM blockchain, which means they're built within Cosmos, which is a very big plus, first of all. Second of all, not only do they support Cosmos-based dApps, but they also support EVM dApps, right? That's the whole point. So basically, if you're an EVM developer, you could actually come on Sei and still, operate. Basically, that's what it means, but it's a little more complex. But it's just another, more interoperability between different chains, right? So that's the big thing. But they're also, they're very highly parallelized, meaning that they can process a whole bunch of transactions simultaneously, which means it's a much faster, okay? Much, much faster, much less fees, and basically you get more done, right? Basically, the number of transactions they can process per second, and their finality time is basically light years ahead of what Ethereum can handle, okay? But again, this is what it looks like. If you have a whole bunch of transactions on Ethereum, they're executed one after another, so you have to wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait until they're all processed. And during really congested times, that's why it takes so long, and then why fees are so high. But something like Sei, with their parallelized processing, everything could be basically executed simultaneously. So that's basically in a nutshell how efficient their chain is. But they're not the only ones. There's a lot of others out there, right? They're not the only ones that go fast. But Sei has a lot of promise. Obviously, in terms of number of transaction volume, they're number 2 on the list, which is awesome. You have Circle that invested in Sei, and you have native USDC within the system, so that's awesome, right? Whenever you have a major stablecoin, it brings a lot of liquidity, right? A lot of liquidity, a lot of people that are used to it. NFTs, 359,000 NFTs minted from Lighthouse. 1,100 collections have been registered. 114,000 unique users. So Sei it's not, it's not just like all business. They have NFTs, and they have their own meme called Saiyan, right? Those of you guys that are anime fans or Dragon Ball fans, I don't know if they're doing well. I don't know if Saiyan's doing well, but I know that it was big. It was hyped up majorly before. And if you're a chartist, this is what Johnny thinks, that it's taking a breather and it's going to fly higher to their previous high, about 84, 85 cents, right? So Sei, promising for many, many reasons. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2 is another chain that's very fast and kind of like a mini Solana. I've been saying this for a while. Near protocol, right? They're like a mini Solana, very backed by a lot of VCs. Also, they're if you look at from a technical perspective, Near chain is very similar to Solana's chain. But they are trying to make themselves even better. So they're going to launch sharding. Okay, that's what Ethereum wants to do, but Near's go do it, which basically makes their chain even faster, right? It's already fast. It's going to make it crazy fast. What is it? I saw something in here. It's like 200,000 transactions per second or something. It's going to be extremely, extremely fast, right? That's the whole point of this. Basically, sharding processes information separately in batches, okay? And that's what it is. But, they're improving themselves, trying to separate themselves from the competition, because there are a lot of competition out there that are very highly scalable already, right? But they want to make themselves even better. I mean, in terms of the overall number of transactions in January, they're number 5, right? Again, I'm skipping over Tron. So they're not too far off from Polygon. So they're one of the bigger guys out there that's processing a lot of transactions. You could see number of daily addresses skyrocketing, 1,250% rise in Q4 of 2023. Obviously, a lot of users are using Near protocol right now, right? Also, inscriptions. They have their own inscription standard. I forgot, what is it? NRC 20, I think. What is it called? Yeah, NRC20, because Bitcoin is BRC20, Near's NRC20. So those of you guys that do want to get involved with inscriptions, it's on Near protocol. Several chains adopted it, and their thing just like skyrocketed. Yeah, so there's that too. Okay. So that's number 2, Near protocol. Again, these are like mid-cap plays, guys, right? They're decently big, but they're not too big. So that means they have potential. They have a lot of potential. And the last one I want to cover is Sui. Sui is another major chain out of Silicon Valley. A lot of ex-Facebook guys, okay? But again, one of those very fast chains, okay, that it's like a next generation chain, just like Say, just like Near, really fast. But they have a few things going on. One of the most interesting things about Sui is not only do they have, see, they're right under Near in terms of transactions, okay, so that's very good. But one of the things they have going for them is TVL. Besides just volume, but they have a ton of liquidity. And they built that up in such a short amount of time. So if you look at a liquidity and TVL, they are number 8, right behind Optimism, and they have 509 million TVL locked in. That is amazing, considering that this chain has only been out for 1 year. And to put things in perspective, something like Cardano, which has been around forever, has only 344 million TVL. So someone like Sui already has over 100 million more value locked in, right? So Sui not only has the volume, but they have the TVL. That means a lot of people are utilizing their DeFi projects, which is very, very good. They are about to have, in a couple months, their very first base camp. Now, we have seen this before. Others that have their own conferences, they release a lot of stuff, and then you see a price appreciation. We've seen that many times with several other projects whenever they're having their own thing. So that is also coming up. So that could be interesting. And then lastly, they have support a lot of exchanges. Binance actually recently just opened up perpetual futures based on Sui, and so many other exchanges also have it as well. So, I mean, they're also definitely very promising. Their TVL and volume both exploding. Dymension, which is a hyped up L1, their mainnet launch, and they did a roll drop, something new. Basically, I guess it's an airdrop, but they debuted and they're like at 900 million already, so they're doing pretty good. I heard someone just recently talk about the Dymension airdrop. I haven't been following too closely, but I will start paying attention to it. And it just seems like airdrops are the thing now, right? People love airdrops, but it's hard to know which ones to get into, because a lot of these, they announce it after they've taken their snapshot, which is kind of ridiculous, right? You would figure projects want to kind of pre-announce all their airdrops to get volume, to get people excited, then do it. But a lot of these projects announce it after the fact, so then, okay, you hear about it and there's nothing you could do. But anyways, airdrops are becoming really, really popular. Just look at what happened with Jupiter recently, and what's happening, what happened with Jitto, and there's something going on with Celestia right now too. So there's a lot of airdrop stuff going on.